We are live. We are live. The difference is, with this, you don't have to have your YouTube up to see the comments, so we can see the comments on the side. Y'all welcome. We're just getting set up, trying to get our life together. I'm over here. I told y'all I'll be having issues on the internet. It'd be the editing, it'd be the lighting, it'd be something, honey. And it's always something, no matter how much sooner than the live is supposed to happen. I'm always having an issue, but that's okay. God is good. He always works it through. And today we have the one and only Maree of Maree Beauty. Y'all know who she is. She is a true ray of sunshine. She popped in. She is a moderator. Hey, Gabe, happy Sunday. Listen, and we're just going to get real with some stuff with us, with life, with you, and hope you want to join us in this conversation. You might learn a few things about Miss A. Maree before you leave out of here. I mean, I know, like, I met her through a group together for YouTube and quickly fell in love with her makeup style. I mean, look at her face. It's beat for the God. Okay, like, honey, look at her. Right, like, yeah, understand. I understand you ain't going over there getting the makeup tips. And listen, fellas, you ain't gotta get no makeup tips. You can just go look because she's pretty. Tell your wife, go check her out, get her makeup tips. We're gonna talk about life transitions. With her glass, how you know Ray is sunshine. You see that glass with the wine.
Oh yes.
We're just gonna talk about life and where we are, the stuff that we do, and just let the conversation flow. I know y'all got some topics, but with her to be easy, her to be nervous about 10 of us, 12 of us, 5 of us on live, but y'all come back later. So just for icebreaker that we and relax a bit. I'm just ask some random questions. Who was your first?
Okay, you pause. Who was my first what?
Celebrity crush.
Oh, celebrity crush, Beyonce. Of course.
Yeah, that was your very first. That was your very first celebrity crush was Beyonce herself?
Destiny's Child, yes, ma'am.
Oh, wow. Was LL Cool J.
Oh, hell no.
Okay, I still got for LL Cool J. I still got a thing for LL Cool J. And anybody watching, hey sis. Hey Octavia So Sultry. She joined us last week. I still got a thing for LL Cool J. Even heard some things about him that kind of made me feel some kind of love me some LL Cool J. Okay, so my next icebreaker is if you could be doing anything at all, anything in the world, I don't care if it's personal, professional, you could be doing anything in the world. What would you be doing right now instead of what you're doing today? What would you be doing differently? Like, I don't know, for instance, for me, now I would already have my international best out traveling the world, and my regular little corporate 9-to-5 job would be out of here and on somebody's beach every week, like on the beach, like writing, traveling, writing. But I would not be stationed. Them kids of mine would have to get told too. I guess they'd have to come.
I think right now, if I could choose anything, it would probably still be dancing.
Dancing? You a dancer?
Oh yes.
No, like you be dancing, like okay, like exotic pole dancing, or like
all of the above.
Really?
I've been a dancer since I was 4 years old.
Really?
Yeah.
I had no clue that you did. Okay, we did a little pause. If you're watching, help us out when we stop, when we pause, throw it in there because I will move around. Last week I didn't have any issues. This week my internet want to be busted like it's crazy or something. I did not know you were like a dancer. Like, I'll share that with us. Like, I've been waiting to hear. Like what? All of the above.
Yes, 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 yes. I started out dancing when I was
What?
4. My mom had me doing it throughout all my life. When I was in high school, the first year of me being in high school was the first year that our high school had a dance team. And I was there all 4 years. And then when I graduated, I actually, before finding out I was pregnant with my first son, I was selected to be a part of Beyonce's world tour. And then I found out I was pregnant.
I did not like kidding me.
Mm-mm, not at all.
Go with this streaming. Pausing over there.
Yeah, I can't see everybody,
Listen.
but I can see my own.
So at the top, there's probably a comment thing up here. Okay. Yeah. Oh, look, how we can do that. I'm just messing around with stuff. At the top on the right hand side, at the very top, you should be able to hit comments, and it should be able to see.
On the top of mine, it says private chat.
Really? So you don't have no comments along the right side?
No, I see mine where I just put pause.
Because I see like, I see the people anyway. That's weird. Okay, whatever. We're gonna just keep going. I'm really still in awe of you. So okay, so how old were you when you had your first son?
I was 20.
You were 20 and
Mm-hmm.
you were pregnant and you were selected to be part of Beyonce's dance backup dancers.
Mm-hmm.
You went and auditioned.
Yes, in Houston, Texas.
And was selected.
Yes.
Like, I don't even know what to say about that because I'm so in awe at the fact that you were selected. So then you were pregnant. So when you found out you were pregnant, you had to be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I got a baby."
I met her previously at Super Bowl. I was selected to dance in the Super Bowl.
Hold on. So I'm all like, how did we end up with makeup and not like dance tutorials? Like, wait a minute. Hold the MFing phone. Hello? Hold on. So you met her at Super Bowl because you were selected to dance. Mm-hmm. How? Were you part of like a dance troupe? Like what? Like
I was really, me and my god sister were the first dancers of the family outside of my mom and her mom. There was no dancers in the generation until us. She was a dancer at her high school. I was a dancer at mine. When we turned 18, Super Bowl, I can't remember what year it was, but it was the Super Bowl in Houston where Beyonce sung the national anthem.
Yeah.
Aerosmith was there, all them. We decided, since they were hosting public auditions, me and her both decided to go and try out. Well, when we both tried out, we both made it. And it was for the pre-show and the halftime show. And we were able to sit down and have lunch and dinner with Beyonce, Aerosmith, Justin Bieber. I mean, not Justin Bieber, Timberlake and Janet, all them. We all had all that. And we did the Super Bowl. And then after that, I just didn't really dance no more. I just did like local auditions and local little gatherings and stuff like that. And then when it came up for Beyonce to do the public auditions for her world tour, I wasn't gonna do it, but my sisters are the ones who made me do it because I was like, no way, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna embarrass myself. It's too many dancers out here in this world that is gonna get it. Well, one of my sisters was like, hell no, we're going, and we're going right now. And we went, and then I seen the big line of
people. It wasn't even like you had planned and practiced and all that. You went.
No.
I'm not understanding. So all this moving around I'm doing, y'all just ignore it. So wait a minute, you hadn't even planned it out. Like you were just going because they were going to teach you whatever the steps were and all that. Anyway, you were just like, okay, I'm gonna go. Okay, sis,
Right.
fine.
We seen it on, I think it was like Facebook or MySpace at the time. And my sister was like, you should do that. And I was like, no, ma'am, I'm not going to embarrass myself like that. And we went out there and we seen like it was a line wrapped around the building. And I was like, okay. And I drove off. And my sister was like, hell no, turn around. Let's do it. And we waited all day long just for me to audition. And during the audition, they teach you, well, they taught you the dance steps to, what was that song? I think it was Not Crazy in Love. It was the one when she was out there in the field, her and Jay-Z song. What is it? And she was in the sand and the grass and all that. God dog it. I don't know why I can't think of this song.
It wasn't Dangerously in Love.
No, it wasn't Dangerously in Love. She was in the middle of the field dancing where she did like an African dance.
Okay, I know what you're talking about. Can't think of the song.
But they gave me of that. And at the last 8 counts, you had to freestyle. Well, at the end of the freestyle, they would come to you one by one and whisper in your ear, and you weren't allowed to show no expressions. Well, it was like 10, 11 o'clock at night, and I had been waiting all day long for this, and I just went ahead and did it because my sister would not let me out of it. And for the woman to come next to me and whisper to me, telling me I was on to the next round, I damn near fainted. Like, I almost passed out. And my sister was able to see me from the window that was against the wall. And I couldn't show no expression. So when I walked out, my mom and all them was on the phone, my family, like my mom was on the phone waiting. And literally I walked out there like crying, and my sister was like, it's okay, we'll try again and this and that. And I was like, no, I made it. And everybody freaked out. We went to the next round, and the next round was harder than the previous. And I was selected to go on the world tour. I was one of the ones.
Wow.
Yeah.
That got my little heart like literally tears. And I'm gonna just be honest with you. I didn't know what we were gonna talk about. And this kind of is really like perfect because you transitioned from a dancer. So then you find out you're pregnant.
I found out after the fact that Baytown, Texas went crazy when they found out that I was selected. And it was newscast, it was on the news, it was
really?
It was crazy because Baytown, where I grew up, was very, very small. Many people don't come to nothing after Baytown. So it was really big in Baytown that I was one of the selected. And when it was time for us to go to Atlanta to do our physicals and all that stuff to get ready for the tour, well, when I did the physical, that's when I found out I was pregnant. But I had already previously met Beyonce again, and she remembered me from the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
Yes, she remembered my face. So when it came down to me finding out I was pregnant, she sat me down and like really talked to me and told me like, whatever your decision is, it's yours. I'm with it. She was like, you're amazing, but I will understand. And it took some months, but I couldn't go with abortion. I didn't know how to go about that, but it was a once in a lifetime thing that I was just like, how can I pass this up? But am I going to be a mother again? I didn't know which way to go. So when I talked to Beyonce and Tina Knowles, I was like, okay, my family is on my side, but I'm going to choose my child. And everybody respected it. And my oldest son now to this day is like, I still can't believe you chose me over them. Like,
girl, my little heart is full. My little heart, I can't handle this kind of, honestly, I'm such a baby. Like I can't handle this kind of information. This ain't fair to me. And so you had your son. You didn't think, okay, let me go back and try and pursue dance because you were still young enough. You had him at 20.
Mm-hmm.
So you didn't think, okay, I still have an opportunity to go back and pursue dance. Hey, Michelle, girl, honey, you is missing. We is learning some stuff about Miss A. Maree. You didn't know she was a dancer, just in case anybody who's just coming in, she is a dancer, was chosen to dance for the Super Bowl when it was in Houston, and was selected to go on tour with Beyonce, but opted out because she had gotten pregnant, honey, with her first son. So here we are, and caught you up. The things you learn about people. Shit, I should have been a therapist and a damn news reporter. Like, what happened to entertainment news? Like, that's how I'm feeling. Like, I didn't learn something. Anyway, so you didn't think that after I had my baby, I could go back and dance? Like, this is something I could go and I could do? No? You didn't, it didn't even cross your mind? Well, because first off, you didn't even want to go back and dance. It was your sister who forced you pretty much to go and try out for Beyonce, and then you made it by happenstance because you were finished with that part of your life.
I wasn't even doing that part of my life. I just didn't want to embarrass myself. I didn't think I was that good. I was still dancing, but just never thought I was that good to be selected by Beyonce. Like, come on. I didn't think I would ever.
I just want you to know how I'm really still like in shock and in awe at the fact that this is the first time I've heard, and I think we've been conversing now for at least 2 years, if not longer. Mm-hmm. That this is the first time that I've ever heard that you were a dancer. Like, this is some information as a diamond that I would want to know. Like, this is like, what, you can dance? Like, not just like twerk, but like dance. Like, hello, somebody. Anyway, let me not get beside myself, girl. Let me pull up a second. So you have your son, and you say, okay, no, I'm not going to dance no more. Like,
I'm not going to dance no more. It was put to the back burner because about time, I didn't know at the time I was auditioning, I was already pregnant. Mm-hmm. But once I did find out I was pregnant, and once I came to like, shit, I'm gonna be a mother. Yeah, I was like, okay, I don't even know how to be a mother. I don't know that part yet. I'm only 20. Like, I didn't know how to do that, but I was so focused on learning how to be a mother before he got here that I wasn't worried about nothing else. I went and found a job. I went and got my first place. I went in full mother mode.
Absolutely.
On how to.
Right, because it don't come with a manual or anything like that, you know. And motherhood is a huge transition for all of us. I mean, I got pregnant. I had my son when I was 20. So it's a huge transition, especially when you do it as young as we were. Okay, so I have my son, right? You're in the relationship with his dad at the time? Are you guys still like together or no? Like,
Not really together. It was more of, I've been having a crush on you and we're gonna see where it goes, but then we go missing and then we pop back up, then we go missing. So by the time I became pregnant, I didn't even like him. Like, I didn't even want to fool with him.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now, now listen, if I get too personal and it starts feeling like, I'm being intrusive and nosy and shit like I am, just let your girl know. Just let me know
Nope.
and I'll pull up. Okay. Okay. So, so my next question is, okay, so you're not in the relationship with his dad, but you guys are co-parenting at this time.
No.
So he's out the picture, gone, bye-bye. I had him
What
bye-bye.
I found out when I got pregnant is that was his goal.
That was his goal?
That was his goal, to get me pregnant.
And so he got you pregnant, and then he was like, bye. What sense does that make?
Exactly. And at the age that I am, I'm like, well, wait a minute. I can't deal with that bull crap. We done got ourselves in a situation that you get to leave, but I don't.
But I don't now. I get to, I'm, I love my child, and my child's gonna always be well taken care of. But where's your responsibility in this? Right?
Responsibility.
I'm sorry, I know I'm moving around, sis. It's just because I had to move for the stream, and then now I didn't have enough light, and so now, now I think I'm feeling a little better, but I'm feeling a little washed out. But we're gonna just leave things as they are. So, okay. So motherhood's here. I'm a mother, full on. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm only dancing for fun. So maybe like at home, watching videos, learning new dances that way. I'm not going to you're not going to like classes and things like that to dance. And at this time, you weren't a Maree Beauty. You were just plain old A Maree, just plain old, get up in the morning, go to work, take care of my son, A Maree. How old is your son now?
He is 11.
Oh, wow. Okay. So, okay. So then time goes on, right? You've just gotten into the routine of being a mother. You get pregnant again because you have two boys, like I have two boys. How many years later was it that you got pregnant with your second son? I'm going somewhere with this. 4 years. I'm going somewhere with this. Y'all just stay with me. So 4 years later, you get pregnant again and you have another boy.
Yes.
At this time, you're just going along with life and doing, regular people stuff. I'm not no dancer. So regular people stuff, right? And you meet a different man and you have a baby with him.
A high school sweetheart.
Okay.
High school sweetheart is who I ran back into.
Okay. And so things progress. You know how we do. We enjoy the moment. We have a baby. Was that planned? Was he planned? Like neither one of my children were planned. They were both like random ass, oh, you're pregnant. You know what I'm saying? One was, I can't have another abortion, so I got to have my baby, and I love him now that he's here. The second one was, listen, God, I'm transparent. I had probably just had an abortion, and maybe in the beginning of that year, and I was really into my word, like really like part of the, Sunday school. Like I was really Bible study Sunday, speaking in tongues, praying. People like I was in my feelings about not having that baby in January. And so coming off the table, I was like, very, very asking for forgiveness, very remorseful for my behavior, and said, because I was 30. And I was 30. No, I was 30. No, I was 30. 29, 30. Let's just go with that. And I was like, okay, Lord, if I get pregnant again, I'm gonna have a baby. Okay, so I'm gonna just be honest. My children are random and they got here by happenstance. Okay, I love them. I'm glad, I'm glad that they're here. But I'm just, I like to be open and honest. So you have your second son. Are you in the relationship with his dad at the time you get pregnant?
I thought I was.
I wish this was some wine, but I was so hot, and this is some water. Like, oh, Jesus, turn water into wine for me, please.
Yes, let's back up. When we reconnected, it was him from Iraq. We ran into each other and like basically picked up from where we left off from high school.
Right. Because you're about 20, what, 4 at the time?
Yeah, I was 23.
Okay. Okay.
And we picked up where we left off. He had a daughter. I had my first son. So I was like, okay, we're cool. That's fine. We're just going to enjoy each other. We enjoyed each other for the time being. And then it moved on to a relationship.
Okay.
Well, by the time that relationship came up to pregnancy a year later, we were married and never said nothing.
Oh, he had a whole full commitment with a ring and carrying on.
And 2 kids.
So here you thought he had one daughter. He had 2 children and was married.
And at the time I found out I was pregnant, she was with their third.
Shut the front door. Somebody call the motherfucking police because that's a lot.
Oh, yes. And we had been on each other since 6th grade.
And there was no inclination since he wasn't around, he wasn't answering the phone, it wasn't none of that. Like
when he was in Hawaii. When he was in Hawaii, because we still kind of worked with the Army.
Okay.
So not knowing that it wasn't the Army, it was really your wife and children in Hawaii. And the family, I was still hanging with the family when you even went off to the Army. And nobody felt the need to tell me. Nobody. And when I did find out, once I found out I was pregnant, I said it. And then I found out you were married. And then the family was like, I thought you knew.
No.
Who wants to know and still do?
I mean, there are people. There are some people that want to know. Like before I met the Lord, I wanted to know, but I still wanted to do. Okay, we people. Okay, so there are some people, but I didn't understand really the sanctity of marriage and all that whole commitment thing. I didn't give a damn. I was kind of selfish and thinking about myself. But that wasn't you as a person. That wasn't who you were, right?
No, because of my upbringing, there was never me, ever. So when I found out, oh, you're married? Okay, well then you don't know me. You don't know nothing about me. We don't have nothing in common no more. You going on back with your wife and your family and let me do me.
So this man you find out you're pregnant and he's married all together at the same time.
Yes. And he asked me for an abortion.
I was going to say, did he ask you to have an abortion? Did he want?
Yes. Hell yeah, he asked me for an abortion. He told me he'll pay for it and we could still be cool afterwards. No.
And your response was, you got me fucked up.
And my nigga forget my goddamn number.
Really? So you have your second son now, and so he has no contact with his other siblings?
Yeah.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
They have a relationship. So
right now are cool.
Okay.
Now it was kind of fucked up on how she found out, but it was not doing.
It wasn't your doing. Okay, so how did you look at me? Look at me being nosy like the homegirl that wanna like, girl, tell me more now. What happened now? How she find out? Hey, Asia girl. Hey, Vir girl. How y'all doing today? I'm sorry. I'm over here.
Stop moving your computer.
I'm gonna update. So now I went to where I was, okay, and it is important. Okay, okay. I think we okay. I think we back to normal. Am I pausing?
Okay.
No.
No.
Okay. Okay. So, girl, how'd she find out, girl? What happened, girl? What, girl?
Okay, so when I found out I was pregnant, I was kind of just met somebody. I wouldn't say seeing somebody, but I had just met somebody. And when I found out I was pregnant, I was like, okay, look, I just found out I was pregnant. I don't even want to involve you. So let's just end that where it's at. But that person, like, no, I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna ride this ride with you. So when it came time to have my son, I didn't include him, period. It was no talking, it was no let me see picture, it was none of that. So the day that I did have him, I was only friends with two of his sisters. I was still friends with them, and they were the ones I called. I didn't talk to his mom, his dad. I didn't talk to none of them no more. It was only the two sisters. And when I called them to let them know that I've been admitted, one of the sisters showed up, and she was there. She had been there. Those two sisters had been there the whole time. So I wasn't even like
sure. It's the baby's fault that the daddy is an asshole. It ain't the baby's fault.
Right. And that's what the two sisters, like, I don't care. That's still my nephew. So when it was time to have him, the one sister that showed up was taking pictures and stuff, And at the time, I was a big family, and she was just taking pictures and stuff, and she posted it on Facebook.
I'm sorry, because when you were a big what? I missed the quotation. You broke up because of my dumbass my dumbass internet.
I was a big happy family at the time.
Oh, okay.
The person that stepped in and wanted to be there. And
okay.
the sister was still taking pictures, and she was enjoying the moment, and she posted it on Facebook.
Okay. Her Facebook page, my nephew, like, I can do what I want, right? Yeah.
The new nephew, and I told her, don't do it. And she was like, that's my nephew, this and that. I don't care. Well, the wife was like, oh my God, he's so cute. Whose baby? So the messy sister.
The messy sister. Come on, call her what she is. The messy sister. Because baby, that's messy. She knew what she was doing. Baby, that is messy.
Yes. And even messier, she tagged her brother. And literally me and the person I was with at the time was like, don't do it. Leave it where it's at, because I hadn't talked to him since the day
you told
we decided everything.
Yeah. Let's lie. Yeah.
And she was like, no, that's his baby. And that's when the phone calls and all that shit started happening. But I didn't want to deal with it, because at that moment, I was happy and in that perfect relationship, happy family. I'm not even worried about you. You take them calls, sis, since you put it out there.
You let the cat out the bag. You take the phone calls and you deal with the shit, because I just had a baby.
Mm-hmm.
I just had a baby. My baby is gorgeous. I told you not to do it. I was fine with him not participating in all of that. I didn't want to ruin their happy family, because I didn't know. I was letting him go and off her. But messy sister didn't like it. Messy sister probably didn't like that wife either. Okay, and truth be told,
maybe didn't. I don't know. I never asked. The only question I asked was why y'all didn't tell me. Mm-hmm. I thought we was better than that. Why y'all didn't tell me? They told me that they thought I knew, but it was like, okay, no. But now that he told me this, and now that I have this baby, I'm gonna keep him out of my business. I will respect y'all more if y'all keep him out of my business. If y'all want to call and check in and all that, cool.
Yeah.
Don't have
Yeah.
in my business. Let him do him. And that's the way we kept it the whole pregnancy. That was the whole way. Like me and those two sisters, we spoke numerous of times, and baby showers and all that. Even the parents came along towards the end and wanted to, be a part. But I did not want to have no discussions with him. Nothing. I didn't want no parts of him.
Yeah. So, okay, I got some questions. One of those questions is, so you never talk to the wife at all?
To be honest, to be honest, kid you not, me and the wife talked maybe a year or two ago. Actually talked.
How old is your son? How old's the baby boy?
7.
7. So probably he was about 5 when you guys actually had a real conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And so in that conversation, she wanted to know everything, didn't she?
No.
She didn't.
No. The crazy part about it is whenever he did come after my baby was diagnosed with epilepsy seizures, is when the father actually came around, and he was 2 at the time.
Okay.
And his mom was the one who was like, if you don't step up right now, I'm done with you, because this baby has this and this going on. I'm going to be done with you. So that's when he actually wanted to grow up.
Okay.
And at the time, I really wasn't worried about him. Like, I didn't care if you wanted to or not. I wasn't worried about that.
We 2 years in. I've been taking care of my baby. I ain't asking for nothing.
Right. And his sisters and them all had him within this 2 years.
Mm-hmm. So he's probably been in the same space with him even.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But like buying diapers or anything like that, not at all. He just seen him. And the sisters knew my rules. Like, if I'm leaving my child with you, my child is with you. My child doesn't go anywhere near them. And I said them because I didn't know the wife. I don't know how you feel or what he told you. I don't know, because you never tried to talk to me. So to protect me and my child stays with sister only. They could come and see, but sister only. And when the epilepsy came about, then he wanted to grow up and wanted to be around and stuff. And I was like, okay, I don't even care about that, because right now is this child. Epilepsy, seizures, and all that me and my family never dealt with that. Never knew nothing about that. And it scared everybody in my family. And when he did start showing up to like little doctor's appointments here and there, I was like, okay, whatever, not tripping. But at one time during the epilepsy seizure phases, his sister had came and picked my baby up. So she was like, okay, I'm just letting you know, baby daddy and wife is here. Okay, cool. This is what he takes. This is what time he takes it. I don't care nothing about that situation. And at that time, I was like, give me the wife number. And she was like, okay. So I called the wife. Hey, how you doing? It's time to get up, because my baby boy is on his way over there with y'all.
Yeah.
So I need you, because at the end of the day, you're a mother. Screw being
a woman and you're because if he ain't there, you're still a woman and you're still a mother. Those things,
right. And I'm going to tell you exactly what I told the sister. And this is the time my child takes his medicine. This is the time this happens. This is the time this happens. If he's going to spend a day with y'all, I need you to pay attention to my child, since y'all going to be around him.
Right.
The part about it is my son, her son, literally 8 months apart and look identical.
My God.
They are identical twins. Nobody knew who was who as a baby. That's how.
Wow.
So now
Wow.
she's dealing with her own 2-year-old. She's dealing with an epilepsy 2-year-old that's not even hers. But if you're gonna stay with him and you want to be around my child,
I need you to understand. Right.
this is what it is. And if anything shall happen, I'm coming for everybody. And that's including you, because I told you what this is with my baby. And she was like, okay. So when she got him, she was like, okay, so the medicine is needing to be taken at this time. And I'm like, yes. I don't know what time he's coming back, but yes. And that was the only conversation we really had. That was like the breakthrough. Because after that, she really was like, okay, snap, 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 put it on Facebook, tag me type thing. He is such a cutie, this and that. We had so much fun with him. And it ended up her moving here to where our kids ended up in the same exact sports. So
like
they
in the same league and everything.
all same age, same league, same level. There was no missing each other. And me, I respect everything about you. Hey, you could be mad at me all you want, but I didn't know like you didn't know. But I kept my respect there. Hey, how you doing? Kept it pushing until one day we just actually came together and talked, because those two youngest ones were like this. And you could not take them apart. So when it came up to the time of, I want to stay a night, I want to go over there, I want to be over there, we had to talk. We had to talk. And you froze up.
Sis?
I'm here.
Oh my God. Ah! Like, I'm so mad. Like, I'm sorry, y'all. I hope y'all are still with us. Like, I don't understand what's happening with my internet. We're doing the same thing we did. I done moved around a million times trying to. So, listen, and I'm all like, the devil is a lie. I'm over here like, okay, Lord, listen, I can't have none of this stopping in the middle of the live. And then it's getting good. Y'all forgive me. Literally, I'm having technical difficulties now for a week. Okay. So, but we back. So you were saying they're in sports and all that kind of stuff together.
Mm-hmm. To the fact that those two youngest ones were like this.
Wow. Because then they got the same last name.
Same last name. They look alike. They both know who their daddy is. They both know they brothers. They are inseparable. So it was no missing each other.
Okay.
We had to talk.
Okay.
We had to talk. And me coming to you woman as woman, I told you I didn't know. Once I found out,
I cut it off. Yeah.
I left it alone. Can't do this. And I let y'all respectfully be.
Live your life. Yeah. You didn't even hold him accountable for none of that, which I commend you. I mean, because there are a lot of women that would have caused a lot of havoc in somebody's life as related to that. You know what I'm saying? So I commend you. I mean, because I'm probably one of them women that just would have bowed out gracefully. But the way God is set up, he likes to expose people. You know what I'm saying? And I just would have been like, okay, well, what you want me to do? This your baby. This is your baby. What you gonna do? You either gonna be with the baby or you're not. Either way, I'm gonna keep it pushing. I mean, that's really my mantra right now. Anyway, so okay, here's my next question. So you kept saying throughout the conversation while you were pregnant and how you met this person that was going to be with you. So you keep saying, and this person, and they were around, and we were a happy family. And so now, because I'm sure anybody who's been watching as long as I have, who's been sitting with you, I want to know this person. That means this person is no longer in your life.
No.
Okay. And
Well,
so
in my life, but not in my life.
okay, in your life, but not in your life. Okay. So I know that you're married.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I also know that you are married to a woman.
Yes.
Right? And you just got married last year.
Right.
Okay. So now my question is, the person that was the family, was that also a woman that had stepped in and said, I'm going to stick around and we're going to be a family?
Yep.
Okay. So now listen, like I said before, I know you told me no, but I'm going to just go ahead and preface it. If I'm getting to be too nosy, because all of this stuff right here, all these transitions that have been happening in your life, you were a dancer, you danced for the Super Bowl, you could have danced for Beyonce, you had a baby, that didn't work out, you had another baby with a man who was married and you didn't know. Like, this is really people's story. Like, they might not have been dancers, but this is the story that people have, and we get to see like how you have become who you are today.
Yes, ma'am.
So this relationship that you were in with the woman, my nosy ass wants to know, number one, I'm nosy as shit. How did you end up being with a woman knowing that you had previously liked men? And okay, no, let's just start with that question, because that's the other one's a follow-up. This question will answer that question. How did you end up saying, I'm gonna be in this relationship with this woman?
That wasn't the first woman I was with.
Well, come on, the shame, tell the truth.
I was with a woman back in high school.
High school.
First relationship, lesbian relationship. And
like you were, okay, like y'all were in high school and y'all was dating and stuff and holding hands.
I was in high school.
Oh, they wasn't in high school.
No, she was a grown-ass woman.
Grown-ass woman. Okay, grown-ass. To me, grown-ass is over 21. Grown-ass woman, and you 16, 17 with your fast ass. You were fast. You was a fast ass.
Yes. And I was so fast that I damn near moved out my mom's house. I think I was 15, 16 when I left my mama's house. And got into that relationship to where I had no business being in, because she whooped my ass. It was
she was domestically abusive?
My first girlfriend.
Girl, yeah. I mean, I'm gonna tell you that I'm learning so much about you in like 38 minutes. Like, I know this is an hour, but we're gonna have to go longer than an hour. Like, I'm really vested in your story. Like, okay. So you knew you didn't have no business with this woman who would put her hands on you.
No, not at all. And it was a 4-year process, I want to say, maybe 4 or 5 years. And it started very quickly. The abusive situation started very quickly. And I may look like I got some weight on me right now, but back then I was every bit of 95 pounds. So I was like here, she was like here. And it turned very horrible to the fact that I turned my back on my family turned their back on me. It wasn't no getting through to me at the time, because that was my first girlfriend.
And you were stuck like
hell stuck. Like, to the fact that her family was like, okay, so what you want us to do about it? Stuck.
Wow.
They've seen it and didn't give two shits about it. And before I had my first son, that was kind of my way out. It was right before I found out I was pregnant, or let me say right before I got pregnant with him to transitioning into finding out I was pregnant. That fourth, fifth year was like the straw.
Okay.
I went batshit crazy.
Okay.
Shit I shouldn't have done.
Yeah.
And let's just say I ended up with paying medical bills and almost getting sued and all that stuff because I had got tired of being beaten on for so many years.
Yeah.
That I decided to retaliate. You spit on me, so here we are, you're in the hospital. And
Yeah.
I'm now incarcerated for the bullshit.
Sis.
And yeah.
Sis. Like people don't never know what your story is. You know what I'm saying? Nobody really knows what you really go through until you say something. And listen, like I said, E. Michelle earlier has said that we've been rocking for about 3 years, is what she said. I'm gonna just go on and highlight. I like this new feature that I done found.
I see this feature.
Yeah, I was like, yes, to the new feature when I want to put up somebody's comment. Like, I like it. And I said, we've been rocking for 3 years. And in this little bit of time, I'm just going to recap for anybody who is just joining us. Number one, this is A. Maree. Y'all know her as A. Maree Beauty, a ray of sunshine. You should be rocking with her already and following her on her channel. She's the one that will have your face beat for the gods, okay? Listen. And listen, if you like me, that beat for the guys, I can't do it every day. I can't. I need some regular plain face. I don't know when she gonna come with plain face, help the plain face girl out, but whatever. So
I got it on my list.
Thank you. So, so she said she was a dancer, right? She's been dancing since she was 4. She danced at the Houston Super Bowl when Super Bowl was in Houston. She actually was chosen to be one of Beyonce's backup dancers for her world tour. I can't think of the song, still can't think of the song. One where she was in the African fields and it was Jay-Z was in there. I feel it in my spirit, and maybe it'll come in a minute because I can feel it. But that was the album back then, right? That she was going on tour with. Not only that, she had gotten pregnant, so she said, I can't do it. I'm going to be a mother. That's lasting forever. I'm going to be a mother. In the process, she ended up meeting her high school sweetheart again, getting pregnant. Homeboy had a whole family with more than one baby. He didn't lie about the baby, didn't lie about the family. She didn't know she got pregnant, let him alone, had a baby. But then on top of that, we find out that she had some domestic abuse happening. And so all of that, I'm saying you just never know what's happening going behind and how people are who they are. So we were talking about, my question was, how did you end up with a woman? And you hit us with, boom. I had a previous relationship with a woman that it wasn't new to me, that I got 2 whole kids, but I had liked women before. Yeah. Now, my question is, so do you think that abusive relationship pushed you back to dating men?
Yes.
Okay.
Hell yes. Yes. And then at that time, that abusive relationship led me back to somebody I had already previously known, because first baby daddy, I grew up with him.
Okay.
So yes, it pushed me back to that. But me and his relationship was so good at the time that he knew I liked women. He knew that. And we used to make bets on who could pull that chick. That's how cool we was at the time.
Wow. Mm-hmm. I just want you to know how, I know it's going to seem weird, but it warms my soul to know that you are so progressive as a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, because most women are not in tune with who they are and can't articulate the good things about them, even though some people might think that it's bad. Like, oh, my nigga, I'm going to pull her. You see all of this? You can't do it. I can do it though. Listen, y'all don't be mad at me. Don't judge me. I don't care. But honestly, I'm like really proud of you. Like, so you now. So my question was, did it push you back to men? You said yes, that it did push you back to men. But while you were dating men, did you still date women too?
Yeah.
Or were you just fully committed to the two men that you in those two instances?
I was never committed to the very first.
Okay.
It was never. That was just like a fling.
Okay. Okay.
He was 18, 19 having fun.
Okay.
And it turned into some serious shit.
Okay.
Now, once baby daddy number 2 came into play, I was previously talking to somebody, but when me and him came back into contact with each other, I cut everybody off.
Okay, because that was a serious relationship for you.
For me, yes.
Yeah.
It was solely him.
Okay.
But once it had came towards like the end, I was like, okay, yeah, I don't even know. He couldn't stand the fact that I did like women. That just was never about
him. For him. Yeah, okay. He wasn't open to that.
No. And once the relationship was coming to an end with all the bull, I was like, fuck that. I'm going back to women. I ain't got time for this shit. And
that was okay. Now that was gonna be my next question was that situation something that pushed you back to women?
All the way.
All the way. Because now you're not never looking back, because of course you now have a wife that you are married to and in a committed relationship with. And okay. So knowing all the things that you have been through. Oh, before I ask you that, how did you become in this process? Because you never went back to dancing. I mean, except for on your own and look at some videos and mimic what maybe Sierra was doing or what you saw on YouTube, or doing your own kind of practicing, just trying to see if I still got it, and knowing that I still got it. I got it. I ain't never never left me, right? You working and doing the regular mommy thing during this time. So I had a question, and it was all that was going somewhere, but now I need to switch it. Like that happens to me. Like I don't know if I would be a good entertainment reporter or entertainment host, but I guess they do help you with make sure to lead the question somewhere, because now my it's a shiny thing. My ADD has kicked in. Self-diagnosed. So I'm thinking about your boys.
Mm-hmm.
When you decided, so you transition and you guys are a happy family. We're going to scratch all that because that didn't really work out. But how do you have that conversation with your children? Like, that's something that they always know, or is that it's something that they've always seen and known, or is it something that you had to sit down and have a conversation with, like you do now have two mommies, and this is what it is, and this is who I am, or is it just something innately that they have just accepted? I always wonder. That's my own question for my own.
The oldest one is more of me.
Okay.
The oldest one is more me. He's very nosy. He's a spitting image of me. Like, he automatically knew what it was, and there is no two mommy situation. It's mommy and my wife.
Mm-hmm.
But the funny part about it is we were just in Vegas not too long ago, maybe a week or two ago, and we were walking back to the car, and his communication skills are just like mine. There's little to none. So when he do ask a question, or when he is curious about something, he don't want it to be shut down. He wants it to be acknowledged. So we're walking back to the car, and he asked me, like, were you and my dad together? And I was like, something like that. And he was like, you always like girls?
Because he's 11. This the 11-year-old. Yeah, okay.
11. And I was like, something like that. And he was like, you always like girls? And I was like, yep. And he was like, you think you'll ever be with another man? I was like, in my mind, no. But what God got in plan or in store for me, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I didn't plan on having your brother. That was a done deal after you.
Right after you, it was one and done.
Mm-hmm. And I was accepting the fact that he was going to be the only child.
So,
hey, Dr. Dermax.
yes. So I saw a resident ray of sunshine. Dr. D is a resident ray of sunshine. So anybody that's a resident already knows that A. Maree Beauty is a resident sunshine, ray of sunshine as well. And she said, I'm so late, and I'm all about letting y'all know what we're talking about. Girl, a lot came on. A lot, you done missed a whole lot. Like, and I'm just gonna be honest. It was a good conversation. If it was just me and her, I just learned so much about my sis that I am in awe, and I admire her immensely just because of all the things that she has gone through. We were talking about life transitions, and I didn't really know how it was going to come about, but see, the way God is set up, he already knows. So she's a dancer who danced for Beyonce, who was part of the Houston Super Bowl, who got pregnant, and the nigga wasn't no good, and then got pregnant again, and
the nigga was married.
And the nigga was married, lied about how many kids he had. He didn't say nothing about the family. Was actually in an abusive lesbian relationship. I don't know if that's what you would call it. Would you say that? Because it's now LGBTQIA or something. I don't know, honey. It's so many letters, and so I'd be real careful about what I say. So, and then fast forward, she no longer deals with men. She is now fully committed to her wife. Praise God when we find somebody that matches us and meets our needs, which is a whole nother conversation, because I really want to have you on with my other friend who she identifies as a queer. I don't know if you guys remember Keisha. I would like the three of us to be on together, because you guys have, like, she was married, in a relationship, had a son, and wasn't true to herself. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I just really want to have like that kind of platform, and I'm gonna figure out how to get y'all both together here. But yeah, because I think that would be a really good conversation for us to have. And so I was asking you, how did you become A. Maree? Like, not A. Maree, but A. Maree Beauty. Where did that come from? How did you decide? Because, like, you have a regular job, right? You work like you're a hostess or a waitress, and, you have a regular everyday job. You once were a dancer. Now you're doing, shit that people, I know you don't want to fucking go deal with them customers every day. Like, I know, because they could be a bit much leaving a $2 tip. Black people on my nerves, child. Black people. It's 18%, okay? Period. Like, at minimum, I know people say 15 is 18%, double your tax. Oh, well, here we double tax because it's 9% here. But I'm just saying, tip your wait staff. And so when did you decide I'm gonna start? Because I'm gonna start doing videos, and I'm gonna learn how, and I'm gonna teach other people how. How did you come about that? What made you say? And the reason I'm asking is because you're a dancer. And so I would think that as innately a dancer, and when I asked you if you could do anything in the world, what would you be doing? You said you would still be dancing. You would be dancing. So for me, I'm all like, well, if you would be dancing, why are you doing makeup? Because dancing, you could be teaching us how to do a whole lot of stuff. Like, for instance, I need to really know how to stretch. Like that stretch, so I can get my splits together. So when I'm bouncing up and down, I can split. Now that's the hoochie in me. You know what I'm saying? I might want to know how to do the little African dance they be doing that I can't never get when I'm at home by myself. So I'm like, how is it that you became A. Maree Beauty instead of A. Maree, dancing? I don't know. I don't know what that would be called, but I want to know how how'd you do that? What happened? Where that come from? I'm gonna put some because you're absolutely gorgeous. If somebody say it to you ever in your life, call me up, honey, because you are absolutely gorgeous. Okay. Anyway, I'm sure the camera don't do you justice. It never does. Okay.
I honestly wanted to start YouTube back in the day when I was dancing.
Okay.
And at the time, instead of getting on YouTube, we were on MySpace.
Yeah.
I created 2 different dance groups and everything. And we did a lot of stuff locally and traveled a little bit. But we never got to the point where we would do it for YouTube. And then once the mommyhood came, I wanted to do YouTube then too, to
Yeah.
journey and all that stuff. But at the time, the way my bank account was set up, it was
Honey.
about that life. So one,
Yeah, I got to make choices. I'll be a mama or, yeah.
and at the time, the phone that I had and all that stuff, I just wasn't that educated on it. So I didn't even bother doing it. But by the time I even thought about it again, I was pregnant again. And then I was like, okay, now I got to figure out how to raise 2 instead of 1. And now, thank you. And now it's like, okay, all that is like, I can't even think about none of that. Not the
Mhm.
dancing, not the YouTube, not none of that fun stuff. I have to figure out what I'm gonna do with these 2 little boys as a single parent. And
Yeah.
I got too busy in working. At one point, when I had my second son, I think I was working up to 4 jobs. And my mother and my sister and my stepsister were helping me. They were seeing more of my 2 children than I was. So I was kind of missing everything.
Everything.
I
Yeah.
was missing it all. But in my mind aspect, I needed to do this in order to make sure they were okay. So when I did get to the point where they were okay, it popped back in my head like, I always wanted to do YouTube. Like, let me see what it's about.
Yeah.
And I'm one of those people, I don't have friends whatsoever.
You don't? I can't see that about you.
Girl, no. I can't do friends.
Really?
I was not as much as everybody would try to say I was not the popular girl in school. Even though I did dancing, I did sports, I did this and I did, mm-mm. Because couldn't nobody but 2 people say they hung with me outside of school. It was only 2 people. And to this day, those are my best friends, but I don't even talk to them every day. I prefer not talking to them every day.
Mm-hmm.
But like once I did become to the stage, I was like, I should try the YouTube stuff. Me and my wife were just dating at the moment. And I kind of ran it down to her like, I've always wanted to try it, but I don't even know what I would do. And
Yeah.
like, do anything. And I was like, but I don't have the stuff to do it. And she was like, okay, what you need? I'll go buy you a laptop. I'll get you this. I'll get you the camera. And I was just like, mm-mm. And she was like, why not? You love being in front of a damn camera. Like I could be in a whole argument and let somebody pull their phone up. I'm posing. I'm getting it right. Like in that second, me and my sister are just like, we will pull out a cell phone, a camera, and I don't care what we're doing. We're smiling. We're in that moment. And then we'll go back to whatever we was doing. And my wife was like, you're used to it. Like, do it. And I was like, okay, well, I'll try makeup. Since I'm not that good at makeup, maybe I could like watch the journey of myself learning and teaching myself how to do makeup. I've always known how to dance. I've always known how to do hair. I've always played around in makeup. I've always did all that stuff, but never went too serious with it. So when my wife bought me the laptop, I was like, okay, it's nothing I can do now. I need to try it. And at first I was just like, it's only like 2 people watching me. Like, what do I do with that? And she was like, post another video. And I was like, okay. And at the time, I didn't know nothing about editing or none of that stuff. So you were seeing like 2-3 hour long videos of me doing the most craziest shit, like eyebrows and a wing liner. And it took damn near 3 hours. But it was like, okay, but looking back now, it's like, oh my God, you came so far. Like, you came so far. And I don't delete those videos. I don't see how people delete those videos because it's like you see the growth in you. I think I was
Absolutely.
I think I was like 26 at the time doing that. So it's like right now it's like look at it now and it the same eyebrows and wing liner that I did in my very first video I could do in less than 10 seconds now.
Yeah.
And it's like now I live for it. I live for being on camera. No matter if it's 2 or 30 people watching, I live to be on the camera.
I can totally relate to that. Yeah. I don't it doesn't matter if I you talking or if it's a whole of people watching.
Yeah.
I am still going to come on here because me talking about life experiences and relationships and my life and reviews and then sticking that shit in there somewhere is really what I'm doing. Me, I do it because I like to, because I love it, and because I should have been on camera. Like,
Yeah.
I had random ass kids I got, and that deterred my, my avenue, which is really what I hear. Like, honestly, I always think, I don't always think, but every now and again, I go back to what would I be doing? What would I be doing if I didn't have my children?
Mm-hmm.
What direction would I have gone in? And sometimes I'm all like, I don't know, because I don't know life without my children.
Right.
And then I thought about me. I said, everything I've ever done, every job I've ever held was for them, was to sustain my family, to provide for my family. I have never done anything that was specifically for Talisa.
Right.
What have I done for me? And so this is really for me. Me writing my book is for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so my mindset has changed. So I am providing for you. I lost myself as a mother, right?
Yeah.
So I found myself recently. I just told my oldest son, we were talking, and he'd be like, oh, you so different with Kingston. And I said, honestly, you guys are different mothers. Your mother was fat, poor, broke, tired, underappreciated, depressed, heartbroken. His mother, sum up in 2 words, is saucy. Okay, saucy and fine. Okay, like have entirely 2 different parents. So, where do you want to see your channel go? Like, because now we at 113. I'm gonna get us out of here a little bit. Like, where do you want to see your channel go? Where, like, so now that you have gone through all of that and you are in this, first off, would you say that you are at peace with where you are, your marriage, with your family, the choices that you've made, the people you decide to be around, the YouTube channel you created? Are you at peace with that, happy with where you are right now today?
I could be happier.
You could be,
I could be happier. I'm still teaching myself the things that I've been working on back in the day from my younger Maree. And
yeah.
I'm still working on being a better me. So I could be happier, but right now I'm content, but not really content. If you get it.
I get, you can always expand, you can always pull more out, you can always do more.
Mm-hmm.
So then my next question would be, where do you see yourself? Specifically, where do you ever feel like I shouldn't be doing makeup? I'm good. I should, and I should you're not good at. Like I said, you feel like what we doing? Like,
Wait,
tell me how.
wait, say that again because you're breaking up.
I'm sorry. You told you about that. How about now? Can you hear me now?
It's breaking up a little bit, but I can hear you better.
Okay. See,
the last part I heard is, what would you be doing without makeup or something like that?
But I'm moving my damn life. See, this is when you start losing people with your live, you start losing people. Okay, how about now?
I got you now.
You hear me now? Okay.
Uh-huh.
I said, do you ever feel like you should have been doing something else on YouTube, not makeup? Like you should have been, maybe doing hair or fashion or dancing, or you are the choice that you made specifically as it relates to being a Maree Beauty.
If anything I would add to my channel is dancing, but I ain't danced in so long without playing around with my boys. Now my boys, my oldest boy, when I say that is completely me all over again, he knows how to dance. He knows how to play a sport. He knows everything like he been here before. Now, if it's not me playing around with him, if I could add something to my channel, it would be dance, but hair and stuff, none of that really brings me joy like makeup brings me joy. Unless it's real live me acting dancing.
Okay. So if your channel could be anywhere, because I'm really into like speaking things into existence, right? Because if we say it out loud, it can't. For me, it doesn't have any option but to come back to me. It's not going to come back void. And so I want to ask you, where do you want your channel to go? Where, like right now, anybody who's watching, anybody who comes over later, a little later, I'm going to go back and fill out the description box with all her information. I haven't figured out how to do the two simultaneously with this new app we're using, or this new program we're using. So I'll go back and put everything down below so that you're able to go and follow her on all of her social media. But where do you want to see your channel? What do you want to see happen with your channel? What do you want to see become of A Maree Beauty?
First of all, I have this conversation with myself multiple times a day. If I could just get someone to see me in general, just see me. I know I'm not the best makeup artist. I know I'm not the best spoken one. I know I'm not that professional. I've tried so many things and I know I'm not the best, but I am me. I be wanting to bring more like this to my channel, but I don't have that audience. I have little to none of audience, which is still okay with me because I'm still learning. But if you see me trying, I would hope for you to try. So if I ask anything, just give me that little nudge, like I see you. I'm watching. Like, I didn't like that video, but I still watched it. You know what I mean? Like, me personally, it would be my dream to have that 1,000 subscribers, that million subscribers, scratch all the money. As long as I know that I see this and it is like, I've gotten the one comment that told me that them watching me means a lot, even when I'm not even doing too much talking. And it helps them. As long as, oh no.
You still there? I still see you. I got you. I still got you.
I don't know what the world just happened. Okay.
I still got you. You never left us. You never left us. I still got
Okay.
you.
But the one person that told me like I'm not into makeup, I can't do makeup, but watching you makes me want to try it. It means like I got that one nudge.
Okay.
I got that one appreciation. If I could just touch every single person in some type of way, I'm fine. I don't
Okay.
care about money. I don't care about
Okay.
nothing.
Okay. So I started deciding that I'm giving people that I have on WeChat because it's women. It's a woman's empowerment chat. I have decided that I am going to give homework. Okay. And so I gave Miss Octavia some homework last week. This week I'm gonna give you some homework.
Let's go.
Because I'm listening to you and you're talking to me. And when I say it's easy, it's flowing, you don't have no problem, there's no hangups. And so when I heard you say, I'm not the best at talking and I'm not the most professional, I thought in my spirit, I thought the devil is a lie because this is natural for you. This is who you are. And I think I've said that to you before, though. I said to you, be yourself. Like this right here, I learned so much about you. I related with you so much throughout this entire live. So my homework first is, because when you said, I just want, a nudge just to know that people are watching. I want you to be able to define exactly what it is you want. Because honestly, I want more for you than just somebody to come watch and not get paid. Why can't you be like Jackie Ina? Or in that same respect, why can't you get somebody to say, I want to collaborate with you? Can you have a Fenty, can we do an A. Maree Fenty collab? You know what I'm saying? Why can't you have those same things that are available to us all? Of course, Jackie Ina is Jackie Ina, right? And all these other ones is who they are, right? Of course, that's who they are. It's never gonna be another one of them, but there's also only one of you. So I really want for me, because we are gonna come back. I'm gonna schedule you again for my second season because I decided this is season 1. I'm gonna schedule you again, and I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna meditate on it. And I really want you to be able to define for us where you see what you want for your channel. What is it that you want specifically for your YouTube channel? Where do you want to see it go? I want you to actually write it down and make it plain so that when it is read, it does not tarry. That is Habakkuk 2:2. So that when they see it, they have to run with it. Like it's no question that this is what it is. I wrote it down. This is gonna come to fruition. So that's the one thing that I want you to do. And then number 2, homework, because I watch you all the time, though I don't say nothing, because I'll be watching while I'm in the car or I'm listening in the car. I want you to be comfortable with your story and who you are. Like literally as a D4L, right? As a diamond for life, I literally found out so much about you, and you would be surprised how many people would want to hear that, how many people are going to relate to your story. You could just start off by talking about, I used to be a dancer. Did y'all know I was a dancer? While you do a get ready with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want you to be comfortable with that. You don't understand how that will launch you somewhere else. Do you know how many women who have been in domestic violence situations? I'm sure that there is someone who has listened to us throughout that could say, yeah, girl, I was. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I didn't stay in a relationship, but I did. Somebody hit me. Now, of course, I'm a little crazy too, so I'm gonna fight your big ass. And that's gonna be we going to jail tonight. The both of us together. We going to jail. You let me? Well, let me see how much. Because my nigga, today we going to jail. You put your hands on me. But I'm just saying, like, though, I just really want you to be comfortable with sharing your story. Like, I don't know if you remember my reactions while you were telling me some of this stuff. Like, people are nosy. People are nosy as shit, and we want to know shit. We be like, okay, so you doing makeup, but okay. What you talking about? Because you got it. You got it, girl. You got it. that for you. Okay, so lastly, because I have now we have a minute, an hour and a half, so I'm gonna cut it off.
Okay.
Tell us where we can find you. How do we follow you? How do we see what A. Maree is doing? How do we get to see your growth? Like, I want to be one of the people to say, "Oh yeah, see, I interviewed her a while back. Y'all just jumped on the bandwagon because I already knew what my sister could do and what she was able to." And I do want you to make sure you do a plain face, regular girl. Because listen,
I am. I got you.
listen, because we all can't be walking around beat like that every day. Okay, like what? I go, them people at work would be like, Talisa, you are not on camera. Don't tell me I'm not on camera. You know what I'm saying? So, I know that I want some everyday girl beat. I don't know about nobody else, but I know I do. Okay. I digress. Tell us how we can follow you on social media.
On Instagram, you can find me at A Maree Beauty, all lowercase, no spaces, no dots. And on YouTube, you can find me at A.Maree Beauty. And that's the only one I really have. Those are the only two.
I thought you had a Facebook fan page.
Oh, my Facebook fan page is LADI Tattoo Beauty. And if you want to get technical, it is A Maree Beauty, but it won't let me change the first name.
Okay. But it's fine. Okay. So I just want to say thank you for joining me today, and it wasn't so bad. It wasn't bad. It wasn't that easy, sis. I mean, because you was just talking. I was like, come on, give me all the tea. Give it to me. Give it up. Give it up. Give it to me. Okay. Anyway, I'm a little ghetto. All kind of stuff. Y'all don't even be knowing what I be doing over here. Y'all, I want to thank you for joining us today and staying with this live. And I'm probably gonna change the name of this. I don't know to what, but I don't know. When you come back later, be something different. Who knows? We a lot about Maree. It was a bunch of transition in her life that has happened. We found out a lot about her. I'm not gonna say it again. Y'all gonna have to go back because I think I repeated it like 8 times because that's how impressed I was. Since I'm so enamored with you, I admire you. I see great things for you. I want you to see those same great things for yourself. I love you in real life, all of y'all. So I'll catch you next Sunday. It was supposed to be Tarshelle, at least I thought it was. I had my days backwards. It was A. Maree. Next week is Tarshelle. We are going to talk mental health. Okay. We are going to, so come with your questions. Okay. She's not like a therapist or anything, but she's got real life experience. And I want y'all to come and join in on the conversation because as Black people, as Black women, we see going to therapy and handling our mental health as some kind of faux pas, like something wrong with you. All right, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and end this live. I love you in real life. Hugs and kisses and lots of love. I'll catch you next time.